Ba- Great. So today, great to see several of you now. So many of you have been in touch over different mediums, right? Some of you have been on GitHub. Some of you have been coming to these calls, and with some we've been interacting on emails. So I think now the dev calls are taking a good shape. That let's keep up this routine of meeting once a week, and then we can discuss, right, all of your different projects and what kind of efforts you're making, and we can all brainstorm together. Yeah, and then of course offline we can always continue to engage. I mentioned a couple of agenda items. So Deepak has been working on an issue we put up on GitHub on building analytics on forest structure. So we'll have Deepak present, right, what he's doing, and then we can all discuss. Um, then we have Anoop and Kaustubh. So we had this idea from Kaustubh on studying the ecology of lakes. And over there, one of the elements we wanted to start thinking about is how to pull in data from citizen science platforms like eBird and iNaturalist. So Anoop and Kaustubh can we can discuss on that topic. Then Shivam has been working on scraping data on the agriculture census from one of the government websites. So let's hear from Shivam about his problems that he's facing and see if we can do something about some of that. Um, and then one of our partners, long-standing partners, Vasan, works on water security and natural farming, and they do a lot of work with collecting data on farm boundaries. So they mark out farm plots and then they collect data that what cropping pattern has the farm followed and so on. So of course, this mapping of the farm boundaries is a manual process which is done on the field. So we're going to see if we can automate some of that. Raman from our group has been working on it, and Raman will present some of that work. Yeah. So yeah, just wanted to quickly know, uh, out of these four, do any of you have any like? Do you need to leave before? Because then we can shuffle around. Otherwise, we can go in this order.
So can you repeat? I just lost my connection.
Okay, no, I was just asking that if anyone has to leave earlier, then maybe we can discuss their project first. Otherwise, we can go in this order. Yeah, the one that I shared with. um, Okay, so yeah, let's begin then. So Deepak, you're here. Why don't you talk about what you're doing? And you can share your screen. Yeah, we can talk through this your work for some time. Deepak, we're not able to hear you in case you're okay. You're sharing your screen.
Basically is working on the issue 2 228. Basically, it is a forest connectivity analysis project. I have built a backend for analyzing the connectivity in forest 30-meter resolution. The problem was basically deforestation metrics don't capture the fragmentation. So we need to build something same forest area of lose all core forest is ecological critical problem. So basically, I have built this. In this, whenever I started, I have attended the 2 3 meetings, and then after my exams were started and I have missed. So for the data, I have just used Sentinel 2 LULC from the CoreStack API. Let me walk you through the methodology.
Yeah, that'd be great to hear. So from the core stack, are you pulling the raster layer for forest cover, the LULC raster, and then you work on that?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
raster.
okay.
Basically, the methodology I have used in this that is morphological statistical pattern analysis. I use this methodology because basically if we use the simple method of graph, it will just it will just connect the functional area. What we need is a structural area. That's why I have used this method. And structure, it measures geometry, not spaces movement, and works at resolution 30 mm, 100 mm, 100 mm, and complexity via distance transformer, no basis parameters needed. Pure geometric analysis. First of all, let me give you the steps what it does. First, it takes the LULC, then marks forest, distance transform, classify connectivity, vectorize plus export. Detail algorithm steps are basically I have used the sci-fi library of AI, and it is used for the distance distance counting.
Okay.
Uh, Before I have basically applied the plantation as well. After I share it on the GitHub, Aman said that basically I need to exclude the plantation and fully focus on the forest. So I also excluded and done that change.
Okay. So can you explain the actual algorithm that you're using? That so basically the raster is telling us all the tree pixels, and then the goal is that ultimately what are the classes that you are finding out that which tree pixels are in the core and which are on the periphery? Is that it or something else?
Okay, let me share the old output with you, then I'll explain one by one. Basically, this is the output when I generated first time. These are not the perfect one, but I tried. And in this basically there are three different segments: fragmented, edge, and core. This is just the overview, and let me see. Basically, when the outputs were generated, this type of the connectivity geogestion was produced. And in this, after that report, let me walk through you these indexes. Basically, see, there is a core, edge, fragmented area, and total forest. The algorithm is basically working very fine because the total forest area is 272 and the overall core edge plus fragmented total is equal to 272. So from this we can say that the algorithm is working very clearly and it is generating the correct output.
Okay, okay, right. So by fragmented, you mean area which is lying outside of some large patch? I mean, how do you define fragmentation?
Uh, can you repeat?
I was asking how is fragmentation being defined?
Fragmentation is a loss of large and basically if I have defined by smaller dominated patches even if total forest area remains the same.
Hmm. Okay, so just trying to understand better. So are you looking at just 1 year's LULC or successive years and then doing something with it?
Uh, Basically, sir, if I could be honest with you, that I have used the API and the API I have used after that when I run the script now the outputs are not getting away. For LULC, I was using the overall data, not for just for the 1 year.
Okay, okay. Okay. So this is an API. Yeah. Amit's point is good, right? Can you open it? I mean, can we see some output on QGIS or something, so that we understand what what basically these terms, how to define them?
My terminal is visible to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So basically here I have when I run the generate output script, basically it says the starting analysis runs for that.
Mm.
The output will be saved to it as basically fetch LULC data from API it started, and then the error fetching LULC data was basically HTTP connection object. At, so basically it is the problem of the DNS methods and the VPN problem.
Okay. Yeah.
I also shared this problem with the Aman.
Okay. Okay. Do we know about this problem, Aman or Kapil? Can, and I mean, right now it seems to be that the layer isn't being downloaded.
Mhm.
Um,
Not sure, but which API are you using for fetching LULC?
Basically, the full stack API which is provided on the dashboard.
I mean, I don't think there is a API for raster.
So
no,
that is the problem.
probably the layer, I mean, the layer API which returns a list of layers, maybe. So that we can look at that, Deepak.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, you guys can try out the layers API and see if there's any issues. Um, but, uh, but Deepak, can you also write this library that you're using? Name did you say it is? If you can just point us to that, then we can also just offline read a bit more. Um, and then we can understand what does fragmented mean exactly.
You name it. Basically, here the distance will be computed with the edge. Here, the formula Euclidean method was used by me for counting the distance.
Distance to nearest. Okay, yeah. Huh. Right. So this part, I understood that we can somehow, right, by thresholding this distance from other pixels, we can figure out, right, which ones are on the edge and which ones are inside. But what would fragmented mean in this case?
Here, as the pixels where the uh, subordinates of int.
Hmm. So what is, if you just scroll up, what is this classified array? Okay. Hmm.
Basically, fragmentation here means forest has lots of its interior characters and is dominated by its influence only by using distance from non-forest boundaries.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think we can can you send us the link of this library that you're using? We can read more about what
So,
fragmented pixels mean. Yeah,
yes, I will
right.
share that.
Cool. Yeah, no, but this is great work. Yeah, no, fantastic. Hmm, hmm. One general comment though, this is just a general comment that like over here you're working by downloading the rasters and then computing the fragmentation locally. Um, Later on, you can also try doing this on Earth Engine directly, right? So the difference is
Uh,
that in this case, the rasters at a Tehsil level are kind of small, but let's say the forest might be spanning multiple tehsils, right? So you don't want to analyze tehsil by tehsil, because then, forest which is on the edge of the tehsil, it will get misclassified as being on the edge of the forest, even though there's some part of the forest in the next tehsil. So actually, you want to do this analysis on almost like a pan-India level. Yeah. And for that, however, doing it locally on large pan-India rasters, which are in GBs, will be difficult. So what we have, a lot of the work that we've done has been on Earth Engine directly. Yeah. So we do the computation on Earth Engine, very similar to, right, the way you're doing these APIs. The same kind of APIs can be written on Earth Engine, to find the distance of a pixel to the edge, and so on, right? And you can create new rasters, and then you can export them out from Earth Engine. Yeah.
Yes.
So so that's also something maybe at some point we can go through this process for some layer in more detail. Yeah, but that would be more scalable in the long run. Yeah. But please, I was monopolizing the conversation. Others, right? If you have questions, ideas, anything, please share.
Basically, I was asking for this issue. So basically, what I should do now to resolve it?
This one, I think, Aman or Kapil, right? Let's just connect on this API issue. That should not be a blocker.
Oh, sure.
And Deepak, send us the library that you're using, right? We'll read more about.
Deepak, can you also send us the API endpoint, because it seems to.
I will just send it to you.
Adi, this is Kaustubh.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. Sorry, I got disconnected. Uh, uh, Kaustubh, you're here. Is Anoop also here? Yeah, Anoop.
Yeah, I'm here, Adi.
Hey. Yeah, Anoop. Yeah. Could we yeah, we can just spend some time discussing. Yeah.
Sure. I haven't gone too deep, so maybe I'll just,
stay connected here for a sec.
or maybe
Yes.
Kaustubh, do you want to give more context about the project before I explain what I've done before? That might be useful for the others here.
Sure. Can I just share my screen, Adi? I mean, I can just show.
Yeah, go ahead, Kaustubh.
Should be possible? Okay, 1 second. No, I've forgotten where. So, my name is Kaustubh Rao. I'm a faculty at Azim Premji University, and I teach biology and climate studies there. I'm interested in urban ecology. So I've been doing a project mapping the water bodies of Anikal Taluk, which is where the university is. It's on the outskirts of Bangalore city, and there are about 400 large water bodies there. So this is the dashboard that we have, and there, you can basically some the larger water bodies have been mapped. There are about 70 of them. This was based on an area criterion. I think there needed to be 25 acres or more. And then each water body on the map, you can click on it, and it takes you to a page for that water body with village maps, survey maps, revenue maps, uh, basically all the publicly available data on that water body. And then we also try to pull in some other kinds of data like publicly available data like eBird and iNaturalist. And I think Anoop and Adi will have more to say on this because I think they were talking about maybe automating it, which I'm not. I mean, I'm basically not literate in all this. I got a research assistant to develop all of this based on my requirements, what I wanted. So that's where the project is at. I think the idea is to use this data for protection and conservation, which we have been trying to do. For instance, very recently, if you go to the blog posts, there's some kind of explanatory blog post, but the last one that I've written is on an application we have filed for getting a very large water body recognized as a wetland with the Karnataka state wetland. So I was able to use a lot of this data which I had already collected in order to do that. So that was the useful bit. So that's where we are now. So over to you, Anoop and Adi.
Yeah, right. So in case, there's some new folks who've just joined, I'm sharing this link on this innovation challenge, right? And as you scroll through some of the videos that we posted of previous calls, you'll see links to several project ideas that have been proposed, right? So this particular project that Kaustubh just talked about on the tanks of Anikal and right, being able to do this in any area, right? So that's kind of the idea that can we use can we build like a lake ecology tracker on the core stack that anyone can use. Yeah. So over there, we already have a bunch of data that we've acquired through remote sensing, that how is the surface area of water changing from year to year, from season to season. Is that water body on a drainage line or not, and those kind of biophysical kinds of features. Yeah. So just like how Kaustubh and his team are currently pulling in data manually also from related to the biodiversity, right? So the thought was that just like how we've automated all the remote sensing, can we also automatically pull in data from these citizen science platforms? Yeah, so eBird and iNaturalist are some very, very popular platforms where right people can start tagging right birds that they've seen or plants that they've seen. iNaturalist also has automated computer vision algorithms inside that if you take photographs, right, it tries to automatically also detect, right, what's the plant species or bird species and so on, right? So if we can pull in that kind of information, then I can imagine, right, that if each year people keep putting in all that information, and in at least some urban areas, there must be a lot of historical data also. So that can be pretty cool to be able to just visualize, right, that what kind of changes are we seeing in biodiversity over time? Because, right, like what Costa was pointing to, there's also many stress factors that these water bodies are facing, right, from encroachment to pollution. And at the same time, right, there are also very positive efforts on restoration and protection also happening. So maybe if we are able to see this data over time, we'll be able to also see, right, which water bodies need protection, how are some of these ongoing efforts faring, and so on. Yeah. And so in that process, Anoop stepped up and he said that he's already doing something on these lines. So we said that let's team up and let's talk about, right, how something like this could be built. Yeah. Over to you, Anoop. Yeah.
Sure, thanks. Yeah, so like Adi was saying, I happened to be working on a project that was looking to map the biodiversity around the lake cascades in Bangalore. Um, so there also we were relying on data from iNat and eBird. So yeah, the requirements here from Kaustubh and Adi looked very adjacent or very similar to what I've already been doing. I don't have a deep tech background, but yeah, I've been dabbling with APIs and with different aspects of coding over the years. So I'm hoping to make a meaningful contribution. So I've just started off. I've just looked at the files available. So I looked at the Article admin boundaries vector file that was there on the core stack website. There was also Article surface water bodies vector file. So I've just been looking at the data locally so far. Yeah, maybe I don't have like very detailed things to present, but I'll just explain what I've done so far, and maybe that will trigger some inputs. So I basically isolated the lakes that fall within Article. So there were, first I filtered out the lake bodies that have a name because there were like a lot of shape files in the vector file. There were around 1,569. So then I filtered out lakes with a name, which I assume are the more relevant ones. Correct me if I'm wrong there. So that came up to around 130. So 130 lakes in that shape file. And in here, I then using the admin boundaries, I isolated lakes within Article and with the name. So right now, I'm at around, just 1 second. Around 104 lakes now. So I've shortlisted 104 lakes. So what I was thinking was to kind of like define a boundary box based on the admin boundaries, and then use that to query data from the iNat API. But here, I'm still brainstorming, and I'll probably need some help in figuring out what's the best way architecturally, because I think this approach will work when I'm doing analysis on my low PC with the idea to also enrich core stack data set. Thinking was like we like have the data saved in a local database, and then use the API to query the API to query, like do a monthly run and kind. That's what I was thinking. If people have any suggestions and ideas, I'm happy to hear from you. Also need inputs probably from Kaustubh on the kind of buffers we want around lakes. Because in the dashboard, I see the bounding boxes that are defined are slightly larger than the lakes. So when we kind of put it into a code, we'll have to make it rule-based. If there are any preferences around what the preferred buffer area around the lakes will be, that will also be useful. This is basically to make sure, so when we get data from iNat, if it falls within the buffer area, then we assign it to that lake. So, to get that logic sorted. And then there are like, a bunch of things like, should we do this lake-wise? Should we define a boundary box lake-wise, or do we get like a data dump for the whole of Article and then isolate it per lake? So those kind of things I'm yet to think about. But this is where I am currently.
Great. Yeah. Also, I wanted to mention that I think there's some of you who were also offline asking me about projects. So, if, right, feel free, you can team up with Anoop and Kaustubh. I think we had some people interested from Triple IT Delhi. Not sure if they're on the call. Um, but, that's right. I mean, this could be a great project to work on. Great. Also, maybe I'll just share my screen for just in case, there are folks who are new and who may not have seen this. So, and I've just loaded this up because there's some network issue at IIT right now. Um, so this is to show you the water body dashboards which are on the core stack. Yeah. So if you go to explorer.corestack.org, yeah, and you select any location, state, district, tehsil. So in Anekal, I went to Anekal, and here right, so this is the Anekal Tehsil. You can click on show water bodies and it shows you all the water bodies that have been detected through remote sensing. Yeah. And if you click on any water body, then it opens up a report for that water body. Yeah. So this has come automatically where it tells us how much area in this water body had water in different years. Yeah. Yeah, actually the network is slow, so this thing is taking time to refresh. Right, so this is also, it shows information that how much water was available perennially. Yeah, so some of these, basically the dark blue uh, area in this or in this bar is perennial water. Lighter blue is only in the summers, and even lighter blue is um, only during the monsoon, right? So there's information about then rainfall, cropping areas, what sort of cropping pattern is being followed around this water body, drought occurrences, then that this water body is on a drainage line, what is the catchment area of the water body, meaning how much area is from where water collects and drains into this water body. Yeah. So a lot of this information is there. So the idea is that can we evolve this into a much broader dashboard where we can even pull in biodiversity data from eBird and iNaturalist like APIs. So if you go to eBird, so you have a bunch of eBird APIs, like you can say, right, what are hotspots? So in eBird, you can define hotspots. Right, so perhaps, right, potentially somebody may have defined hotspots around this water body. Yeah. So, right, so if you're able to identify hotspots, then you can see um, what are uh, the the species in a region, or I think there would be something to do with species in a hotspot. Yeah. So these things you can start pulling back information that what are some of the bird species that people have reported in these areas, right? So like what Anoop was explaining, right? If we then build pipelines that around these water bodies of interest, we can pull in this data, store it offline, use it to generate statistics, then a lot of that can become readily available to anyone. Yeah. And then we had some more ideas on how to evolve this into a much broader kind of a system where we can also build an app later on, which ecologists can use to periodically report other problems also, not just biodiversity, but let's say encroachment issues or right other things, right? So a lot of that is, very much doable. Um, so it will help, layer biodiversity data with remote sensing data, along with some ground reported reports about encroachments or other things. So it could really become like a living and evolving setup. Okay, so yeah, so we'll keep, of course, discussing as we go along. But we can move to the next project. Shivam, you want to go next and talk about what you've been doing?
Sure, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So I will just share my screen. Yes, sir. So I've been working on tehsil project means crop collection means so as you can see my scripting is going even right now. So I've been collecting the hectares crops going in hectares. Just a second. So how what crop is grown in what hectares in which tehsil. So I've been collecting those data from this government website. This is the government website I've been collecting data from. So first we select the year here, 1516, the latest available year. Then the state, the district, and then the tehsil. Then we'll just go to cropping patterns, and the social group should be all social groups. And then if we click on submit, you can see the paddy crop. So this is the total hectares the crop is grown in. That is only one. Means in the Camperwell Bay Tehsil of Nicobar district in Andaman and Nicobar Island, paddy is grown only in just 1 hectare. So likewise, if you select all the crops here and click on submit, you will be able to see the total crop growing in what hectare. So I have made a script, automated script that will automatically visit the site. You can see here, it is automatically doing by itself. Just a second. Look, if you can, I will just restart the script. Just a second. So as the Chrome starts, it will directly visit the site. Will directly select the tehsil and the crop which to be um, scrape the data. Then it will just click on submit and then just um, will collect data from this table, and it will then store it in this Excel file, CSV file. So there are total 155 columns in this Excel file or CSV file, and in that total 150 crops are in total listed on the website. So you can see total uh, total areas per hectare, and then the crop grown in the tehsil of the district.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, this is great. Yeah. And again, for broader context for others, right? So the intention behind this was that because it's not clear at a local level what crops are being planted where. So Shivan has been trying to get data from the agriculture census. One issue, of course, is that the census, I mean, at least this website hasn't been updated since after the 2015 census, which is 10 years old now. So a lot of things have already changed. So if we know of other sources, then yeah, do let us know, and we can move to some of those data sources. Um, uh, yeah, and one of the problems that Shivam has been facing is that in the scraping, the website is very slow and it also fails quite often. So that is
Yes.
why it is not that easy to scrape data for all tehsils. Um, uh, yeah, but overall, I
Sir,
think Shivam, this is a great start.
sir,
Hmm.
just a point to add.
Hmm.
Sir, actually, there are total number of 6,500 tehsils we have in India.
Hmm. Hmm.
And as per my script, it takes at least 10 to 15 minutes per tehsil to collect all the data of that
Hmm.
tehsil itself.
Hmm.
So it will take at least 2.5 months to collect all the 6,500 tehsils data. You can see here,
Yeah.
I have just reached of over 308 tehsil here, and it will just go on till 6,500.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sir, means in Andhra Pradesh itself, there are total of 670 tehsils approx, according to the website, and 13
Right.
districts. Likewise, the total sum up is 6,500 and even more.
Hmm.
So it will take at least 2.5 months. And to resolve this issue, I have tried to run the script simultaneously. I'll just show you the script. So just a second. So as you can see, I have tried it from Gujarat. Means the script will simultaneously start from Gujarat and then script the data till Nagaland, and from Nagaland it will go on till the end. So as you can see here, till Gujarat, from Andhra Pradesh to Gujarat, and then from Gujarat to Nagaland, and then from Nagaland to the end. But the problem I'm facing is the website is not able to handle that load. Means
Yeah.
it suddenly crash, and I have to just restart the script by myself. So I just made an improvision. I just added a Telegram bot to the script, as when the script fails or the
Okay.
website server times down, it will just send me an alert, and then I can restart it by manual means. Means I just
Okay.
visit the PC and then type here the starting command, and then it will start scraping once again. And as you can see here, in a day it usually stops for 2 or 3 times. I'll just show you the yesterday's and today's. So here yesterday it stopped for at least 2 times, and today also it stopped for 2 times, and it approximately it generally stops midnight or any time of the day, twice or thrice a day. So I just have to revisit the PC and then restart the script. So that's the problem I'm facing. And when I try to run the script simultaneously, the website suddenly crashes, and I will get the same error.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So actually, so Amit is saying that there's a 2022 census also available. Let's see if the data is available or not. Actually, Amit, also, right, will be great if you can also check more closely. Um, and over here also, I mean, instead of the Telegram bot is pretty clever, but is it not possible to just do a retry on the script itself? Then you wouldn't have to
Uh,
manually go back.
Ye- Yes, it is possible. I have not tried it yet, but I know the idea that I can just restart the script by automating it itself. Yes, another script will be running in the background, and whenever this script stops, the other script will automatically starts the current script. So I'm working on it right now. But
Cool.
for the meantime, I just chosen Telegram bot to just notify me, and then I can start the script by myself.
Right. Cool. Yeah, no, I
Does
think it's pretty clever. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Amit.
does the script break down when we try to download it run the script multiple times from the same IP, or can we test it from different IPs as well?
So yes, sir. I have tried from different means. I have means currently
Oh,
I'm in college, so I have multiple PCs here. I have tried to do the simultaneous scripting for multiple PCs. The result is same. The moment you start two scripts or three scripts at the same time, it crashes suddenly. Or after the one tehsil scraping, it just stops. The same error I have showed you in the Telegram. This is the same error I am getting.
so if we try to help with this by running it on different PCs, then it will basically harm you as well, right?
Yes, sir. Because I have tried simultaneously on the
Yeah.
both PCs,
Okay.
and the other PCs it doesn't work. It just crashes down. That's the problem.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, this good right. So Apurva has also sent this pointer. Um, so Shivam, let's do a little bit more scouting around, right? If this similar data is available in other places also. So, right, if you can look at data.gov and this new ag-census website, um, and see if that they work in a better way. Yeah.
Sir, actually, I have tried two more websites. The same you have given me the link of in the GitHub. You have suggested two websites. The first is this one, and second you have suggested. I have tried to go there and search for the data, like we have it here, but the website doesn't have the same data or the data as it is listed here. So it is not possible to get from another website or another source.
Okay. Yeah. ठीक है. ठीक है. So, yeah. So again, I mean, I would just suggest, right, if other people can also see if you can team up, with Shivam, maybe some of you can try collecting data for in parallel with from different areas.
Sir, sir, hello, sir.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It is not
Hmm.
possible to scrape parallelly from other PCs or
Okay.
other locations.
Huh.
We might actually try from other location if possible.
Okay.
Means I'm from
Sure.
Maharashtra, so we can try from other state if possible or other district maybe if possible. So I have not tried that solution
Sure.
yet, but from the same place or the same locality, it is not possible for now.
Sure. Got it.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'll I'll just upload the code and everything on the GitHub, and
Huh.
then everyone can just access it and just try for themselves if
Hmm.
possible.
ठीक है. ठीक है. Sounds good. Yeah. Otherwise, in parallel, let's see if we can do it for maybe what we can also do is so on the core stack, actually, we broadly are actually generating all data at a tehsil level one by one, right? On demand for a tehsil. So another thing can be that we can send a list of priority tehsils to you for which there is already data, and you can then see if we can just target those, right? Rather than trying to scrape for all tehsils in one go, we can just have a system that does it tehsil by tehsil based on partner request for data.
Uh, it is possible, sir. I'll
Hmm.
just make
Hmm.
some changes in the
Hmm.
code, and it will directly start scraping from that TSL itself.
Hmm.
Because I have a checkpoint here, I have made a checkpoint
Hmm.
as you can just a second. As you can see, the current checkpoint is the Andhra Pradesh, the Guntur Tehsil, the Guntur
Hmm.
district. So
Hmm.
whenever the script stops
Hmm.
due to the website error, it
Hmm.
will when I restart it, it will directly restart from the Tehsil it had stopped.
Hmm.
Yes,
Hmm.
for example, I have stopped the script at Gudur Tehsil. So
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
script will automatically start from the next Tehsil. It will
Hmm.
not just
Hmm.
go from the start and then scrape everything. It will just
Hmm.
start from the checkpoint itself.
Hmm. Right. So yeah, so maybe we
So
can modify that to basically take a list of tehsils
yes,
and then just work through that list rather than go state by state.
sure, sir, sure. It is possible.
Cool. Awesome. Great. Fantastic. No, great work. Cool. So Pavan and yeah, Sakit, go ahead. Yeah, Sakit, you have a question or anything? Please go ahead.
So I think he has asked for the repository link.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Amit has asked. Amit has asked.
Okay.
I don't have any question. I was just asking Shivam, if he could share repo link later on, so that
Uh,
if we can also try. I can't see
sure,
the
sure,
screen. Thanks.
sure.
Hello.
Sir, can you please tell me where should I share the repo link? Means in Discord or on the any
Uh,
other means?
yeah. I mean, sharing on Discord or the Google group is fine. We're all on it. Uh,
Hello.
yeah. Hello.
Uh,
Yeah, you can
yeah,
share
this is
on.
Saket. Hello.
Yes, Akil, go ahead.
Yeah, I think there was some issue with the audio. I was trying to speak earlier.
Ha.
I just wanted to add that I'm currently doing a PhD at IIT Bombay, and I had used a very similar script,
Mm,
almost the same method to scrape data from the soil health card website, which was
okay.
also giving tehsil-wise
Ha.
soil
Ha.
samples.
Ha.
And I had faced very similar issues because it was a government website that was also a very slow
Right.
website,
Right.
and it would crash suddenly or it would not give data.
Ha. Ha.
So what we had done was, for every click, some pauses because you don't know when the website would respond, and then other than that, so we use some try catch to just say if there is an error, just continue with the next tehsil, and
Mm,
at the end come back with whatever tehsils were left,
mm,
few tehsils, so that the script would keep running. We'll
mm,
get the data, and towards the end, whatever tehsils were left, we can
mm,
download again.
mm,
But in our case, unfortunately, they removed the data later,
mm,
so we could download whatever we had downloaded.
mm.
But yeah, these were the few things that we had tried because it's a very similar issue for a similar method. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, totally. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, those kinds of strategies will be much needed. Yeah. Cool.
So, sir, I will just
Mm,
try the solution with the same. Actually, I have tried one thing. Just a second. You can see 12 here. So it is a wait time for the website. So I just replace it with 30, but
mm,
the result was the same. But I can just try it once more with the
mm,
different logic in the
mm.
script, just as Sakita said.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Okay. So let's move to the next thing that we wanted to discuss. I think Pavan and others from Vasan are here, and Raman is also here. Um, so, uh, Pavan, please, or anyone from the Vasan team, if you want to just set the context, it'll be great.
Yes, Adi, Pavan here.
Hey.
So the idea is basically we are working in several villages directly and through partners. So as part of our work, we generally with the farms and also with the farmers, right? So uh, so there are several use cases. Say one of them is to understand how the cropping pattern or the land use pattern is being changed over a time. Right. So that is one use case. The second thing is, say for example, for the current ensuing Rabi season or for the coming Kharif crop season. So what are all the crop planning uh, and what are the inputs required? Right. So for a village level to get an understanding about the seed quantity required, the inputs required, and what is the related cost that is amounting to at an FPO level or at a panchayat level. So we thought of getting clarity on the farm wise, farmer wise, so cropping plans. So that is the second use case. So to understand these situations and these dynamics, so we thought of having the farm boundaries linked to the farmers, so that we'll get understanding the current what could be the cropping extent by crop and what could be the input required at every stage of the crop, uh, from sowing to harvest, and this will also gives us an understanding about estimation of about crop production, right? So this is the idea. So we started doing this. By manually we are doing it. So we have done it for several panchayats. So currently close to 100 panchayat we have done this exercise. So the process of this doing this manually is we go with a Google a village a Google image of that particular village printed on a good quality flexi sheet. So the flexi sheet could be of 3 by 4 size or 4 by 4 size, 4 feet by 4 feet. It depends on, it goes maybe up to 6 feet by 7 feet, depending on the village size and the orientation of the village, either it is north to, so how it is in the orientation of the village, right? So later, with the flexi sheet, we go to the village and we mark the boundaries along with the farmers, sitting along with the farmers. We mark the boundaries of the individual plot boundaries along with the farmers. Later, coming back to, while collecting this, while demarcating the boundaries, we also collect the plot level information. So that is who is the owner of the plot. So land type क्या है, and what is the previous crop and what is the current crop that is whether it has irrigation source or whether it is a rain crop, rain-fed crop or like that. So there is several information simultaneously gathered for each plot. Later we come back to office and we'll digitize them. Basically we depend on QGIS, and later we are uploading it to a portal. Currently most of this work is in current desktops only. Right. So this is the thing. So and this is good so far, but it requires a lot of effort. It also requires the skilled persons. Digitization skill भी होना चाहिए, and since it has a huge potential, and there is a lot of workforce is required. So the idea is whether we can automate this plot delineating plot boundaries is the idea, and whether can we have this uh, digitized boundaries on the cloud also, so that it is easy to access and all such things. So this is the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi everyone. So am I audible?
Yes, Raman.
Yeah. So I am Raman. So I am a research associate working with Professor Adi. So I have done this work of farm boundary delineation. So which I'm going to present. So where we can automatically delineate farm boundaries and store them. So hopefully these can be used by Vasa. So let me share my screen. So I have to quit the app and restart it. Just give me a second to give the permission. So is my screen visible?
Yes, Raman.
Yeah. So yeah, so to show the boundaries, so first of all, we use this paper, which is by Sherry Wang. So they have basically trained a deep learning model on India, where they can delineate small farm boundaries. So they provided this model. So what we did is we created a pipeline around it to scale this delineation, because these deep learning models are slow as it uses GPU, and so it needs a lot of computation. So we created a pipeline around it to speed up the process so that we can create farm boundaries of a larger area. So to show the results, so we created an app. So these are the farm boundaries that are shared by Wasser. So these are manual farm boundaries. So let me overlay the farm boundaries by our model. So, so the boundaries in white are basically created by this model. If I zoom in, so we can see that it pretty much overlays on the manual boundaries. And for some of the boundaries, it create further divisions as it sees, right? So for example, this farm, so the black ones are the manual boundaries, but we can see there are further divisions of fields, and which are basically detected by this automatic algorithm that we have implemented. So now these farm boundaries can be directly uploaded to QGIS. So here I have uploaded our farm boundaries uh, into the QGIS. So where we can further, so once we have these farm boundaries, so let's say we want to refine these farms. So for example, if if we see here, so we want to refine these boundaries, right? So we can do that using QGIS. So we have to basically, for example, let's say this, we can see that these are one farm, right? A single farm. Or we want these two into a single farm. So a single farmer farms these two plots. So if we want to add these two, we can basically first select one of the field and delete it. So let me create a new project. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So for example, let's say we want to, we can take these two farms here. So we want to add this into a single farm, right? So we can do that. The first, we can delete one of the farm. Okay. Yeah. Then we click on this edit, this, and we can expand its boundary. Right. like this to yeah, to get it into a single farm, right? Yeah. So basically, how the pipeline can work is we can generate these farm boundaries automatically. And so you won't have to basically mark each and every farm. Then, if you see there is a mistake in the farm boundaries, because this is a deep learning algorithm and it won't be always perfect. So you can correct these mistakes using QGIS. So it can speed up this process.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all.
Yes, Raman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. So to how to use this? How to use this product? Matlab,
Yes.
for
So,
example, I have a new
so
area. I have a new area to
yeah,
delineate boundaries. So how
yeah.
can I proceed now?
So if let's say you have a new area, right? So you can first give us the ROI boundary for that new area.
Acha.
So what
Okay.
we will do is we will create this automatic farm boundaries for you, right? Because this runs on a GPU. So we have set up this on our machine inside our lab.
Acha.
So once we create this shape file, we will send you the shape file, right?
Right.
So, for example, this shape file is already created, right? So then after that, so this is generated by our deep learning program, right? After
Yeah.
that, you can basically just add this layer on QGIS, right?
Yeah.
And then you can see all these farms, right?
Yeah.
Then after that, if you want to further segregate or want to remove some farms, you
Yeah.
can
We
do
can do
that.
all the edits, right?
Yes. So it will save a lot of effort, right?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
So we'll try this for one
Okay.
as a test case for a few villages. I think
Okay.
we'll send you the area of interest. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Raman, how much it is compute intensive?
So for a village, it takes like 2 hours to create.
Acha.
So we can put in, for example, this took, so I think these are 2 or 3 villages, right?
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
right.
So this much it took 2 hours to create.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can, so basically we can create these boundaries and then, so if you see the results also, so I've already shown it. So they pretty much overlay on the manual boundaries, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Can I ask one question? Where like ground truth data, uh, which ground truth data did you use, or did you people collect it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we used this paper, right? So this paper already trained a model. So we used this model, but they did not provide the code to run that model. So they just provide the weights. So we build the entire pipeline, which given an ROI, it downloads the high resolution images. So it uses high resolution images at 1.19 meter. So these are generally airborne spot images, right? So it download those images in the form of tiles. It run that algorithm. It save these boundaries. Then there are steps which where it further filters boundaries. So this paper was implemented on just the images has to be just fields. So we scaled it to mixed landscapes because we don't know which part is field and which part uh, is scrubland, right? So for example, these are scrublands, so there is no field here. But when you run this model, so it will give you approximate boundaries on scrubland too. So we then further refine these boundaries. We remove these scrublands. Then this algorithm will give field boundaries which are very uh, uh, pixelated. So we refine these boundaries. So right now, after refining, we get these straight lines. So otherwise, this line will be very pixelated, right? So we do all these steps, and then at last we get these boundaries.
Great.
This is great work.
So the pre-trained model itself is available.
Yes, the pre-trained
Okay,
model is
thanks.
already. So if you want to use this, I can you the I can share the code with you, right? So this is the repo that we have created. So here you can basically download this pre-trained model from here, right? So the model is already available here.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And the data set is also available if you want to train your own model.
Raman,
Yes.
I have one. Can you go back to the screen where it's
Yes.
showing boundaries?
This screen?
Yeah. And overlay our system generated boundaries.
We can see this. So actually there are two different colors here. Just give me a second. Yeah. So black are the manual boundaries and white are system generated.
Right. Yeah. Okay. There is a. Will Raman, thank you very much for your work. So we will. Can you please share? So whatever that you have generated for this current area, so
Okay.
we will work on it.
Okay. Sure.
So it also let us understand the post, the work after this. Boundaries are generated.
Yeah. Sure.
That
Sure.
will help us.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, our colleagues are also here. Prasanna, Gautam, Vijay.
Okay.
You have anything, Prasanna, Gautam?
Hi, Ramana.
Hi.
Yeah, this is a great work. Actually, even I have tried generating field boundaries, but I have used normal SAM model. I can
Okay.
detect the boundaries, but the smaller area where small plots are there that I can't detect. But this is a great model. It's working. We need
Yeah.
to check on these files, so we'll get an idea.
Sure. So do you want these
Can you please?
boundaries as GeoJSON or shapefile?
No,
Anything will do, I think.
Okay. Sure.
can you please share that paper too so we can
Yeah, I can.
go through it? Yeah.
So this was the only paper who has done work on small farm, right?
Okay.
Otherwise, all the papers are on US or
In Europe,
European
basically.
farms.
Right.
So they have very big farms, right?
Correct.
But in India, the farms
Particularly,
are very
this is
small.
for small landholders, right?
Yes. So I will share the paper on the email, and I will share the code also if you want.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, great. So, anybody? Or maybe we can close for today. Great. So, okay. So please do share your thoughts, questions on Discord and our Costa group, and let's see what we can work on. And see you guys next week. Bye bye. Have a good week. Bye.
Okay.